Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. Today we are going to learn how to find the average rate of change of a function. The average rate of change between two input values is the total change of the function values, or output values, divided by the change in the input values. The average rate of change is essentially the slope of the straight line that connects the endpoints over a specified interval for a function. The average rate of change formula can be written as the change of the output values divided by the change of the input values, or delta y over delta x, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Please take a moment to pause this video and write this definition and equation in your notes. And now I'd like to take a moment to look at how to find the average rate of change for a specified interval by looking at a table of values. Looking at the table on the left, we're asked to find the average rate of change between the values of 2 and 5. Using my average rate of change or slope formula, I'm going to look at my points 2, 5, and 5, 17. I'm going to find the change in my y values, so 17 minus 5, or 12, and divide it by the change in the x values of 5 minus 2, or 3. 12 over 3 is 4, therefore the average rate of change over the interval between 2 and 5 is 4. Looking at the second table, we're asked to find the average change in the height of the ball over the interval of 0 and 3. So we're going to look at our table of values, and we have the point 0, 9 and 3, 0. We're going to find the change in our output values, the height of the ball, so 0 minus 9, or negative 9, over the change in the time, 3 minus 0, or 3. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. So the average change of the height of the ball would be 3 units per second. Please take a moment to pause this video and record these examples in your notes. Now let's try finding the average rate of change if we're given a graph. The graph on the left is asking us to find the average rate of change between 0 and 5/10 of a second. The first thing we want to do is look at our graph and identify our points for those input values. I see that when I input 0, I have an output of 2. So at 0 seconds, the object is 2 feet high. At 5/10 of a second, we see that the object is 6 feet high. Once you have the 2 points, use the average rate of change formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find the average rate of change. So in this case, we would do 6 minus 2 over 5/10 minus 0, or 4 over 5/10, which is equal to 8. So our rate of change for this average rate of change over this interval is 8 feet per second. Looking at our second graph over on the right-hand side, it's asking us to find the average rate of change between 3 and 5. At 3, I notice I have the point 3, 1, and at 5, I have the point 5, 7. Using our formula again, we would have 7 minus 1 over 5 minus 3. Well, 7 minus 1 is 6, 5 minus 3 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Therefore, the average rate of change is 3. Please take a moment to pause this video and record these examples in your notes. Finally, we need to know how to find the average rate of change for a specific interval by looking at an equation. The first thing we need to do is plug in our endpoints of our interval into the function to identify the points. So my function on the left, f of x equals 2x squared plus 3, I need to find both f of negative 2 and f of 0. When I'm finding f of negative 2, I would square negative 2 first to get 4, multiply by 2 to get 8, and add 3 to get 11. Therefore, f of negative 2 is equal to 11, which means that the point negative 2, 11 is on my function. Next, I would input the value 0, so I'd be finding f of 0. When I input 0, I would first square 0 to get 0, multiply 2 by 0 to still get 0, and add 3 to get 3. Therefore, f of 0 is equal to 3, which means that I have the point 0, 3. Now that I have the 2 points, I can plug into my formula, which would give me 3 minus 11 over 0 minus negative 2. 3 minus 11 is negative 8. 0 minus negative 2 is positive 2. Negative 8 over 2 is negative 4. Therefore, my average rate of change is negative 4. Finally, looking at our function h of x equals 2 to the x minus 4 over the interval between 0 and 3, I would again have to plug in both of 0 and 3. So to find h of 0, I would do 2 to the 0 minus 4. Anything to the 0 power is 1, and 1 minus 4 is 3. So h of 0 is equal to negative 3, which means I have the point 0, negative 3. Then I'm going to input a value for 3. So I'm going to find h of 3, which would be 2 to the third minus 4. 2 to the third is 8, and 8 minus 4 is negative 4. Therefore, h of 3 is equal to 4. So I have the point 3, 4. Now to find my average rate of change, I'm going to plug in the point 0, negative 3 and 3, 4 into my formula. So I'd have 4 minus negative 3 over 3 minus 0. 4 minus negative 3 is 7. 3 minus 0 is 3. Therefore, my average rate of change over the interval is 7 over 3. Please take a moment to pause this video and record these examples in your notes. Take care, stay safe, be well. I will see you in the next Zoom meeting shortly. Please also remember to record any questions that you may have in your notes so that I can answer them during our meeting.